Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Jomo here, bringing you the next episode of my BPL review series. And as you can see, the featured game is Newcastle United versus Norwich City. A game that ended 6-2 in favour of Newcastle. A game I was not expecting to see Newcastle win so comfortably. I was expecting a Norwich win of like 3-4-0, something like that, considering Newcastle have been playing absolutely poor recently and not getting anywhere. But I think that result shocked us all. And yeah, I mean, I just couldn't believe it when I saw it, and as the game was developing. But just going to say, I've tried to record this episode once or twice, and it's failed because I keep pressing a button on my keyboard by putting my phone down. So I'm looking at the scores and whatever on my feet on the BBC Sport app. The single game played on Monday night, Swansea City versus Stoke City. A game that Stoke 1-1 thanks to a 4th-minute penalty from Bojan. I felt that game Swansea should have got something out of it, but then again I could be wrong because I never see the action from the Monday night games. So nothing more to expect. I was expecting a draw. On to the Saturday games rather. The early kick-off. Tottenham are home to Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp's first match in charge after taking over from Brendan Rodgers, who spent 3 years or so at the club. And from what I could see, Liverpool played well. Good, fast-playing football, just didn't quite have the end product that they needed to go and beat Tottenham. And I think Jurgen Klopp can be pleased about that. I mean, Rodgers' sacking, obviously, I think was based upon what he achieved over the 3 years at the club, and I think that obviously that's very minimal. Hard actually win a thing. They obviously came close to winning the Premier League title when they had Suarez, but that was about it. And I think his sacking was rightly deserved. Jurgen Klopp, very good replacement for him, especially after what he's done for Borussia Dortmund over the last few years. I think he's a fantastic appointment. On to the next game, Chelsea 2, Aston Villa 0. Chelsea got very lucky with the 2 goals that they scored. Yes, that's coming from my mouth, the mouth of a Chelsea fan. But, you know, Aston Villa gifted us the goals. Literally gifted us the goals. You know, the first one that Diego Costa scored came from a Villa goal kick. And William pounced on it and played it squared. Diego Costa had the tap in. And then the second goal, Diego Costa goes through. Well, sort of goes through from the pass. And then tries to pass it or shoot. And it just lets off Hutton into the corner, and it's 2-0. Cleveland has no chance, but West Ham is our next game. I think that will be tough as well, considering in the most recent round of games, West Ham went to Crystal Palace and won the game 3-1. West Ham currently sitting in the top 6, I believe. And I think in Crystal Palace, both sides, West Ham and Palace, have played well recently, let's be honest. But Palace, I think, if they'd played better, they could have got a draw at least, because West Ham were fantastic against Palace. Slaven Bilic being the impact, obviously, and West Ham doing a fantastic job of it, and he's changed them really from what I think is what Allardyce did. I think Allardyce was the man before him, and he's doing very, very well indeed. Everton 0, Manchester United 0 at Goodison Park. Emotional day for everybody associated with Everton Football Club, as you will all know, due to the passing of Howard Kendall. I think Everton, if they didn't have this emotional occasion, they could have come away from the game with something, at least. But I think the emotion of the occasion got to them, and hence why they lost 3-0 to Manchester United. But then again, Manchester United did play very, very well indeed on the day, and got the win that they deserved. Goals from Schneidlin, Herrera, and Rooney. 3 very well taken goals, I'm going to say. And very well played for Manchester United to go into this weekend's derby against City, who played Bournemouth last time out and beat them, thrashed them 5-1. A hat-trick from Sterling and 2 goals from Bonnie. That partnership in that game was absolutely phenomenal. And I think Pellegrini should go with that again to penetrate Manchester United, really. Because obviously at the moment they haven't got David Silva and they haven't got Sergio Aguero, and that they needed something to work. And Sterling and Bonnie worked very well together. And obviously Bournemouth weren't really expecting to go to the Etihad with a win, you know, being the newly promoted side and all the rest of it, the one with the smallest side stadium and all of that nonsense. Next up, Southampton versus Leicester, a game that ended 2-2. Southampton losing that 2-0 lead thanks to the phenomenal in-form Jamie Vardy, who scored 9 goals in as many games, I believe. But Southampton, how they managed to lose that 2-0 lead, I've got no idea, because, you know, they should, being that quality side, you know, they were 2-0 up after 37 minutes. Vardy scored in the 66th minute, and then in injury time to draw for Leicester. I mean, Leicester recently, as we know, are the comeback kings, beating Aston Villa 3-2 from 2-0 down. It's absolutely crazy what Claudio Ranieri has done at that club since he took over from Nigel Pearson or whoever. Was it Nigel Pearson? Yeah, it was Nigel Pearson before that, but did they have an interim? I don't think they did. But Claudio Ranieri, obviously formerly of Chelsea, of course, did a fantastic job at Leicester and getting them the points that they need. West Brom 1, Sunderland 0. Sino Berahino getting on the score sheet once again at the start of the second half. Bit of luck in the goal, I suppose. You know, he knocked it out of Costel Pelletin and Montan's potential for 2 fouls. So West Brom got very lucky. Obviously, also Sam Allardyce taking over from of Dick Advocat at Sunderland, and it's going to be a tough job. We all know that taking over Sunderland is going to be a difficult job, considering the position that they are currently in. And you know, I think they'll struggle. They really will. And I think if things don't improve, they're going to go down. They're down. If they're rock bottom at Christmas, then they're down, unless an absolute miracle happens, like Leicester did last season. But the late kick-off, Watford 0, Arsenal 3. Watford obviously being another one of the promoted sides. Arsenal going about their business, doing what they do best, get on the counter-attack and score goals. And that's exactly what they did. And obviously they beat Bayern Munich 2-0 at home in the Champions League the other night. So Arsenal, one of the informed teams, of course, in the Premier League. And that basically wraps up the review of the matches that were played over the course of the weekend. Let's just go and look at the fixtures for the upcoming weekend. Just to actually before we do that, West Ham are sitting in 4th, Chelsea sitting 12th, City and United and Arsenal make up the top 3. Sunderland, Newcastle and Aston Villa making up the bottom 3. Bournemouth in 17th, Watford in 15th. But as the fixtures go for the upcoming weekend, we will get into it once it actually loads. There is no early kickoff, so all the games start at 3 o'clock. Aston Villa versus Swansea at Villa Park. I reckon Swansea could win that one. Leicester versus Palace, another one of those close games. I'm going to go with a draw on that one. West Brom Norwich. I think Norwich could be hurt still by the 6-2 defeat by Newcastle. So West Brom are probably going to win that for me. Stoke versus Watford. I think Watford need a game plan. They need Deeney and the Garlow to come into the game to make the impact that they need to be making. Stoke, I think, can nick it. So could Watford, as long as they up their game. West Ham at home to Chelsea. That's going to be a very, very tough game considering the position of both sides. Arsenal at home to Everton at 5:30. Another big game for Everton and a must win. I think Arsenal can win it. I really think Arsenal will win it unless Everton pull off a shot, because Arsenal are in winning and goal scoring form at the moment. On to Sunday's games. Sunderland take off Newcastle in the Time Weird derby at the earliest time of 12 o'clock kickoff. Then 2:05, there's 2 games. Bournemouth, I think let's go back to that Sunderland game. I reckon that's a draw. Unless, I don't know what predict about that one. I think if Newcastle plays well they did against Norwich, they'll get a win. But I think if Norwich, if Sunderland can play well, then it'll be a draw. Bournemouth versus Tottenham. I reckon Tottenham will win that one unless Bournemouth can really kick up a storm and attack like hell. Basically, I'm not too sure how that would work, but if Bournemouth can score some goals, then they'll make an impact on Tottenham, I reckon. The other 2:05 kick-off is Manchester United versus Manchester City. 2 derbies in one day, and I think it's going to be. I reckon it'll be a draw unless Manchester City go on their total rampant goal-scoring selves. And then it would obviously be a win. Liverpool are at home to Southampton. Another close game. Could Jurgen Klopp pick up his first 3 points of the season? We'll have to wait and see. But thank you very much for watching this episode, guys. Next week will obviously be the next episode, and then we're getting closer into the month of November. So thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe as always. If you miss an episode, always check the channel page. But if for whatever reason sub boxes are broken, because they do go down sometimes, do go and check out my Twitter, because as soon as the video is uploaded, it gets posted on there as a backup. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode next week. See you later.